another episode of the Energizer Pod, a podcast that leaves you charged up.
All right.
Today you're here with your boy Tay.
And Ty. Mm-hmm.
And today we're going to be speaking about something that I feel like a lot of people do. A lot of people do it. But I've read something earlier this week and it said comparison is the thief of joy.
Strong.
A lot of people compare themselves to other people. Do you reckon it's actually a thief of joy? What do you reckon?
I feel like, yes, people compare themselves to others as a result of what we see on social media. So let me start off by taking it over Yassa. You get me? Because I feel like when we're scrolling on social media, we're scrolling on Instagram or whatnot, yeah, you're just seeing the best bits of someone else's life. So if I go on Instagram right now and I'm following someone and they're posting up themselves in Dubai, I'm going to be like, damn, look at me here, wind and that.
Yeah,
I know you.
Blood, the wind's crazy.
Aye, that's what I say.
Mad.
Storm Eunice, Thunder Eunice. Yeah, just
She's
lick
doing
down
thing.
everyone to rascal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's mad right now. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is like, it's easy to compare to people because everyone's going to be showing the best version of themselves and not their authentic self.
Yeah.
People only put out their wins on social media. No one puts their losses, you know what I mean? That's why you should never compare. What do you think?
I feel like people compare themselves to the tip of the iceberg, but they don't compare themselves to the journey. Do you get
Strong.
me?
Elaborate
Like,
on that.
Meaning, let's say we might compare ourselves to someone on social media who's doing lifestyle in Dubai, rare. We're looking at ourselves thinking, how do I get there? Do you get me?
Yeah.
But we're not seeing the journey that it took to get them, the hard work they put in, the resilience, the hours, the lack of sleep. Do you get me? So I feel like you're comparing yourself to the end goal, but not comparing yourself to what they done to get there. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, 100% agree with that. And even to add on to that, I made a point before, and it's like a lot of people like to compare their level 1 to a next man or next person's level 10. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, like you said, if I'm comparing myself to Tay's top of the iceberg, his success he's posting up on Snapchat, I don't really know all the hardships, the trials and tribulations that he went through in order to get to there. But I'm just looking at the end goal, like, I want to get there when I'm at the starting line. It don't make sense.
Like you need to look at the journey as well. Do you get me? A lot of people compare the end goal, but it's the journey that you need to compare, innit? Like people are dealing with their own experiences, their own karma that they're fighting back. Do you get me? And that's how they've got to where they've got to. Do you get me? So compare yourself to the journey.
Nah, 100%. And even talking about the journey, like, just take it somewhere different for a second. Yeah, what do you think the importance is of like enjoying the process? Because I feel like everyone's on their goal, on their mission in life to like, everyone wants to be rich or whatnot or rare to tell whatever it is. Yeah, but you need to live and enjoy the process in order to get there. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like, shout out Hazaifa, because Hazaifa said, and I don't quote me on this, but he said like a couple weeks back as well, the step that it takes to win the race is just important as a step it took to start the race.
Yeah.
What do you think on that?
100%. I feel like you need to find passion in the process, innit? Like process. You need to fall in love with the process and detach yourself from the outcome. Do you get me? Fall in love with the process.
What do you mean by that though? Detach yourself from the outcome.
Obviously, you've got your end goal in it. You've got your end goal that you're aiming for, but you need to detach yourself from that and just focus on the process, because the process is gonna get you to the end goal. Do you get what I mean?
Nah, that does mean a lot still, and that's strong as well, because like everyone's so like tied in. Like, I can't wait till I achieve A, B, and C. But you should look at, like you said, the end goal with as much like desire as you look at the process as well. A lot of people don't really seem to understand like how much of a journey, a process, a struggle that it can take you in order to reap the rewards of the work you may be putting in today.
You know what it is? They see the top of the stairs, but they don't see the staircase. They don't see that you got to take every single step to get up there. Do you know what I mean? There's no elevator to success. You need to take the step. You understand what I mean?
That's strong. So let's move it back then. So like, on the whole point about comparison is the thief of all joy. That's going to be the title for this episode,
Let's bring it back to the comparison thing.
Comparison is the thief of all joy, So like, why do you think... let me not say that. I believe personally that people should look to others for inspiration and not envy or jealousy.
Alright, cool. Let me just say this quickly, I feel like, you see the quote, comparison is the thief of joy, I feel like it's a double-edged sword, because it can be the thief of joy, but it can also motivate you. Do you understand what I mean?
Literally.
Like, if you're comparing yourself to a highly successful person, it can allow you to set bigger goals. It can allow you to see, all right, cool, someone's done it, so I can do it too. Do you understand what I mean? But it's a thin line between the two, because then another person could look at it and feel like, rah, they're doing something that I can't do. Do you get me? You'll start doubting yourself. So I feel like it's a double-edged sword. It can either motivate you or uninspire you. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I definitely agree, and that's like back onto my point what I said about looking for inspiration, not like jealousy, for example. Because like, I wouldn't say that I compare myself to others, but I look to others for a source of inspiration. So like, if I'm feeling lazy, like I'll be honest, this week I set myself maybe 10 goals or 5, and I may have only achieved 3. But if I'm talking to you, Tay, for example, or other people within my network, and they've done smashed all their goals, and it's only Wednesday, I'm comparing myself to you to get inspired so I can do more. Do you know what? Why am I here sitting on my bed being lazy when Tay's out here smashing goal after goal? Do you know what I mean? I'm getting inspired rather than me looking at Tay, for example, and be like, oh yeah, like he's doing A, B, and C. Now I'm envious of him because I can't do the same. You shouldn't look. It depends what type of emotion you have that's tied to the comparison. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
100%. I feel like that's why it's important to surround yourself with positive people that are doing things, because I know me and you, we bounce off each other, innit? If I see you're going hard in the gym, just know I'm going hard in the gym too, innit? Do you get me? It's not a competition thing, but it's like you want to be on the same level that people are around you, you know what I mean? So
nah, literally, you know me, bro. Everything's frequency, innit? So you want to be literally to amplify, agree and amplify on what you're saying, yeah? You want to have people in your circle who you can look to for inspiration. Do you know what I mean? Imagine you're going to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're chilling with 4 other people who don't really set themselves goals, don't really have a lot of aspirations, or are not really disciplined, for example, it's going to rub off on you. And then when you're comparing to them, you're like, even though I have these 5 goals I need to smash, because the 4 of my peers who are in my closest circle aren't really doing anything, it makes me feel a bit more comfortable to not complete my goals, when you should look to people and be like, yeah, like Tay said, Tay's looking at me like, he's in the gym, let me get in the gym. Or I'm looking at him, he smashed all his goals for trendsetter for the week, let me get on my stuff. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like your friends either infect you or affect you. Do you get me? They can infect you, they can put poison in you, or they can put power in you. Do you understand what I mean? So I feel like just choose
elaborate
your
on
friends.
that, man.
Like, how do I break it down? Like, I've had friends in the past, that's not on things. You understand what I mean? And when I'm around them, I'm not on things either. So in that case, they're infecting me. Do you understand what I mean? But as I've grown, I've developed my friendships. I've got friends that are actually doing things in this world. They're affecting me now. Do you understand what I mean? They're affecting me in a positive way, where man's going out there and I'm making moves as well. Understand what I mean?
No, that's strong. And I feel like that even goes back to the point about just being so careful about the people you allow within your space, because energy is everything. And the energy you have, for example, where I'm chilling with you, for example, we're doing this podcast now, you're sharing your energy with me, and vice versa. So if I'm coming from like a low vibrational standpoint, I'm lazy, it's going to rub off on you.
100. You got to keep your circle tight, man. But going back onto the comparison thing, I feel like the main person you need to compare yourself with is yourself, innit? When you look in the mirror, you look at yourself and say, all right, cool, was man better than I was yesterday or last week? You understand what I mean? That man in the mirror is the only competition that you really have.
All right.
I reckon stay in your own lane. There's no traffic in your lane, innit? If you're in your own lane, there's no traffic, no one in your way. Stay in your lane, focus on what you need to do, and that's how you win, bro.
Nah, literally. And also, like, I believe that a lot of people look at a next man's play and wonder why their own is empty. Do you know what I mean? And never
strong.
do that. You know what I mean? It's strong. Because like at the end of the day, if I'm always looking at the things you've got, whether it be monetary things or materialistic things, whatever, or clout, or popularity, whatever, I'm always just spending too much energy worrying about you to ever build on what I've got right now.
You know what that reminds me of, Like, you see back in school days, sports day. You know sports day, 100 meters, I'm blowing, innit? Like, I'm winning, innit? But something that my dad always said to me is, when you're running, don't watch no one else in their lane. Don't look at who's next to you, who's behind you. Do you know why? Because it slows you down, innit? Focus on your lane. The only objective you have is to cross that line first. Everyone here don't exist. Do you get what I mean? So that's the mentality you need.
I like that mentality as well. And you can even take that on into life. Like a key goal you can take from that, or a key thing to depict from what Tay just said, is like goal setting. Like when you've got a goal, that end goal is the finish line. You need to be tunnel vision on that. Don't be looking about left, right, or what's going on over here. This is all just noise and stuff in the background. Focus and tunnel vision into you and what you want in life, and you will get there. Do you know
touching on the tunnel vision as well, don't think tunnel vision like just because you have tunnel vision doesn't mean you're not going to be hit with hurdles left, right, and center. You could be focused, but you're going to have hurdles coming in left, right, and center. But they're not there. They're not a wall. Do you get me? They're speed bumps. You just jump over them. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you need to get over the hurdles, and I feel like those hurdles are actually a test to see if you really say what you say you want. Do you actually want it? Do you understand what I mean? So
nah, 100%, man. Literally, like. You just said it all there, man, for real. But like, one thing I want to touch on as well is like, do you know what FOMO is, bro?
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. And I feel like that's something that can definitely tie into today's topic about the thief. Was it? Comparison is the thief of all joy. Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in today's like society, everyone like, especially within like the Gen Z community, is so like entrepreneurial. You want to jump on the next grind, crypto, NFTs, this, that, and the third. Sometimes you need to just be happy in your own lane and don't compare to a next man's grind when you see the tip of the iceberg, like you said. Like from time I'm seeing trendsetter blowing, I could have easily been like, raw, Tay's doing his thing. I need to make my own clothing brand so I can replicate and get all the rewards.
You see, doing that, you'll get slapped in your face. You'll get
Literally.
slapped in your face from doing that, because if you're doing something you're not passionate about, it's gonna come. You're gonna face certain trials and tribulations. You're not gonna be able to go through them because there's no deep-rooted passion in what you're doing. You're doing it because the next man's doing it. So you're gonna get slapped in your face from that, and it's gonna dishearten you. So that's why I say, never do something just because someone else will do it. Do it because you want to do it.
Literally. And that's something, from being all the way real, I've only really learned in recent years, because I used to be the person like, oh yeah, I see a next man doing good, like not even like an envious or jealousy thing, but it's like, yeah, like if he's doing this, I could jump on that and do the same thing. But you're right, like without passion, I feel like passion when it comes to like creativity and goals and all that type of stuff, it's like the petrol that you have within your car. If you don't have passion, you're not going anywhere for that long. You know what I mean? Because like you can only be looking to chase something for so long before the passion comes into place, which will want you to keep doing it. You're passionate about what you do you know what I mean? So you're always going to be doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
But my passion might not be shared into having my own clothing brand. So why am I going to do it just because I'm seeing Tay's tip of the iceberg?
100. So what's going to be, it's going to be at the start. You're going to have motivation to start a brand, innit? But motivation runs out. Motivation runs dry. So the passion's going to kick in after that to keep you going. But if you don't have any passion, you're going to fall off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Strong.
But I feel like looking at other people, sometimes we see what other people have, and I feel like sometimes we overvalue what we want and undervalue what we have. Do you understand what I mean?
No, don't elaborate.
All right, cool. So someone may overvalue what you want. So you may hold, let's say you want a Lambo, let's say you want a Lambo truck. You're holding the value to that highly. Do you understand what I mean? But you're not valuing what you have already. And before you can get that Lambo, you need to appreciate what you have around you.
No, it's true. And that even, literally, that's so true, because I'm the type of person where I like to, before I ask for more of things, whether it's like more success or more wins or whatever, I always have to show to the world, to the universe, that I'm grateful for the things I've already got now, the things I've already achieved now. Because I come from a standpoint where it's like, how are you ever going to put yourself in a position to achieve more, to gain more, to make more money, whatever it is, when you're not grateful for the pennies or pounds you might have now, for all the wins and stuff you've already achieved now? And I feel like a lot of people like me, I'll be so real, I'm the type of person where I'm so focused on just goal after goal after goal, smash this objective, and then you have this objective you smash. Sometimes I don't really sit down and be like, raw, like, pat myself on the back, man. I'm really doing my thing, you know what I mean?
I'm guilty of that as well still.
And
sometimes I've realised this recently, that the things that I've got now, I was praying for a few months ago. Do you understand what I mean? I was praying for them.
That's strong.
Do you get me? And I've got it now, and it's like, I don't appreciate as much. Do you get me? So that's why I say sometimes we overvalue what we want and undervalue what we have already.
And you know what I think that is as well, is because I feel like everyone is the main character of their life. So like, you're only basing your level of appreciation, for example, of the current position you are right now, right this second. You know what I mean? For example, last year you was like, raw, I have 5 things but I want 10, and when I get 10 I'm going to be happy. But now that you've got 10 and your main character in that 10 stuff, if that makes sense, you're not really appreciating or seeing the value of it because you have it now. Do you know what I mean?
And now I feel like you've got the 10, now you want 15.
Exactly.
Do you get me? You're always adding on top of your goals.
Exactly.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, in it, because you're always striving for more. But I feel like the problem comes in when you don't sit back and appreciate what you have.
Nah, that's what I was gonna say, man. And that's like, I feel like we both type of share those type of values. You know what I mean? Because like, I know that's definitely me, boy. Like, I have so many goals I want to achieve, so many things I want to achieve, but like, if I look back, not even a year, like 3 months ago, I wouldn't have had like not even 10% of what I've achieved now. But because I've already achieved it and I'm so focused on the next goal now, I'm thinking, raw, like 3 months ago I was really manifesting this, I was really working hard to achieve this now, and I'm just brushing it off like it's regular. This ain't regular schmegular, you know what I mean? It's not that.
And it's like, how do you expect anything else to come in your life if you're not appreciative of what you do have in your life right now? Do you understand?
Literally, you gotta show gratitude is key, man. Gratitude is key.
Put yourself in a position to receive things, innit? And I feel like the way you do that is just showing gratitude, innit?
Nah, literally.
You get me?
So also, we've been tapping into the audience, you know what I mean? Not even the audience, the community, do you know what I mean? Because everyone who watches us and supports us, subscribe, is a community, do you know what I mean?
It's not even a community, it's a family.
All right. So like, I've been doing loads of polls on the Energizer page. So if you're not already following, it's going to be right below. Make sure you tap in and follow us, because that's where you see the sneak peeks and X, Y, and Z.
Behind the scenes.
Right.
All right.
So cool. I did a poll on this topic, and I was like, is comparison the thief of all joy? Yes or no? And out of all of our family community, 91% of people agreed with the points we're saying now and said, yes, comparison is the thief of all joy, compared to 9% who disagreed. So based off the topics we just discussed now, you in the 9%, I don't know why I'm for you, but all right, you know what I mean? And then we also did some, I had a bit where you could explain as well. Some of the points people said was, it's hard for you to be content. So this is in regards to comparing yourself, yeah? It's hard to be content with what you're doing now, or what you look like, for example, or your achievements, if you're comparing it to what a next person has. Yeah. What do you think about that?
100%. I think we touched on it already though. Like everyone's at a different stage in their life. Everyone's on a different journey. So for you to compare yourself to someone else, it doesn't make sense. You lot on 2 different train tracks, going in 2 different places.
That's so
you're
true.
Watching his path. You understand?
That's so true. And I feel like, again, going back onto the point I said about like Gen Zs, because I feel like a lot of people like in our type of age range, so focused on like the bag and like entrepreneurship, which is good, but the adversities that can kind of come with that is comparison. Like I said, the example of if I'm doing my web design, and then because I'm not getting no clients, and I'm looking at Tay Snap and I'm seeing him dishing out order to order on Trendsetter, that could be me trying to compare, but his achievements he's got is not really parallel with what I'm doing. We're in 2 different lanes, 2 different races, 2 different everything, do you know what I mean? So I can't compare my level 6 to his level 12 when my level 12 is like twice as long or twice as short as his. It's just not the same, do you know what I mean?
2 different journeys, that's what I'm saying. Like, you've been grown with 2 different experiences in it, so you're gonna move in 2 different ways. So for you to compare yourself, it doesn't actually make sense. But I feel like comparison is a normal trait for a human being, innit? Like, I feel like comparison allows you to rank yourself in society. Like, where are you? Like, how do I rank up to this person? So I don't feel like comparison is necessarily a bad thing. You disagree?
I kind of disagree, because like that last point you said about like where am I ranking, I don't really agree with that, because at the end of the day, why am I looking at a next man to be like, oh yeah, he's ranking higher than me, so what, now I'm gonna put pressure on myself to match him?
That doesn't mean that.
What do you mean
that
by
doesn't
that?
mean that, but I'm saying comparing yourself to others in society allows you to see where you're at. What are you doing? Like, okay, cool, let's say Jay-Z, for example, let's say I'm comparing myself to Jay-Z. He's way up there, you understand what I'm saying? What's Jay-Z doing that I'm not? Because he's a human just like me.
That's true.
Do you understand what I mean? So I feel like comparing yourself to successful people kind of allows you to see a blueprint. Success leaves clues, innit? Success leaves clues. There's blueprints there, do you understand what I mean? So I feel like that helps.
I like that, you know, I can't lie, and I definitely do agree with it now you've explained. However, I also feel like with the comparison thing, you got to be careful, very, very careful, because if you're someone who's not really strong-minded, don't look to compare yourself.
That's what I'm saying, it's a thin line.
Thank you, because that comparison will very easily turn into envy, which will very easily turn into jealousy, and before you know it, you're subconsciously hating on the next person just because you're looking at them and you know that deep down
be hating on the next person. It could be self-hate as well. Sorry to interrupt, bro.
Go on.
It could be self-hate as well. Because you could be hating on someone else, but then you could start hating yourself because you're not on the level that they are, isn't it? Like, you can.
And even build on that as well, yeah. Do you know what I think, honestly, I feel like people who hate are jealous or are envious of you, that just projecting their own insecurities of themselves onto you.
100%.
For example, let me use me as an example, like I said with Tay, for example. If I see Tay doing X, Y, and Z and he's properly doing his thing, and if I was someone who was very envious and jealous of all the things you've achieved, I'm just projecting my own insecurities of probably self-doubt and fear onto you, which means that I'm now hating on you because deep down, it's not even that I hate you, it's just that you're doing the things that I now want to do because I don't have the balls to do, or I'm too fearful, or whatever it could be. Do you know what I mean?
And it's clear to see, like, I feel like when people do hate, they put a light on themselves, innit? They put a light on themselves and they expose themselves to everyone to say, all right, cool, clearly you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't have time to hate on people.
All right.
That's what I mean.
And that's just so low vibrational, man. And do you know what I've noticed as well? Like, since I've been properly, like, focused on self-growth, elevation, all of that, like, building stronger friendship and more meaningful friendships, like you said, earlier, I've noticed that people who are actually really doing their thing don't have time to hate or be envious or jealous of you because they're so focused on them. Do you know what I mean? And it's genuine. It's actually crazy. But one thing I read, where did I read this? I think it was in a Black Bezos interview. So shout out Black Bezos. But he probably said or he did say that only people who are below you will hate on you. And when you actually really sit down and think about that, that's true. because it's only people who are not really doing all the things that you're doing will have time literally to start preying on the next man, hating on him, or trying to project bad vibes. Because if you're focused on your stuff, I'm focused on what I'm doing. What time in between do I have to start being like, yeah, bad vibes to Tay, or I hope Tay falls off, or I don't have time, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's only because the only way in which I would do that is if you're doing more than me clearly, and again, like we said earlier, I'm projecting my own insecurities onto you.
So like what they say, when you have haters and you know you're doing something right, innit? You know you're doing something right because now people are watching you. You understand what I mean? And plus, I saw something that said your haters are your marketing team, innit? Your haters are your marketing team. You've got people speaking about you now. People know about you. Even if it's a negative thing that they're saying, your name's getting out there. You know what I mean? So like, that's what they say. All publicity is good publicity.
Nah, so literally, like,
let them talk, man.
Even on that point about let them talk. So for those of you who don't, also tap in, get out our TikTok page, Energizer Pod, the same as everything. We had a little viral TikTok that kind of popped off where I was talking about clothes and stuff like that. And even on that point about hate, no one was hating. It's all supportive, good vibes as always. But a couple of people who definitely disagreed with what I said was just talking, and I was sitting there getting on the notifications like, yeah, bro, I'm doing something right, because even though you're disagreeing with me in the comments, you're just engaging. Do you know what I mean? So really, truly, like, thank you. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you. And do you know what it is? Sometimes you don't even need to engage back. Do you understand what I mean? Because like, sometimes what people say, they're just saying it from their own point of view, like their own troubled background. You understand what I mean? And I saw something that said, if you engage with a fool, then you're also a fool too. Not to say anyone was a fool in the comments, that's what I mean. But it's like, if someone's coming to you with rubbish, then for you to entertain that means you're chatting rubbish now as well. That's what I mean. That's
so true, man. And I also feel that I read a quote, and it's so true, and I like to try and live by this, The best response isn't one. And I'll repeat that. The best response isn't one at all. People will try and draw you down when they see that you're leveling up in life or doing well for yourself, but like you said, if I was to respond, and if I'm here, for example, and someone who's here is trying to project bad vibes onto me, if I respond to them or I engage in them, I'm just going back here. So I'm really just doing what they wanted me to do anyways, because now, they've already won. From time I'm even acknowledging it and giving it my time of day, my energy, everything, I'm already just lowering myself to respond to you. So,
and you know what it is? You see, when you don't respond, it burns them even more.
Innit?
It burns them even more. Do you get me? Like, it's like, they're not even on my level to engage with me no more.
It's not even, it's not, just brush that, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like we said earlier, when you're on such an upward trajectory, and you're really just honing in on your goals and what you want to do, smashing goal after goal, you don't have time, because you're thinking, everything is like ROI. Everything is like, what return would I have on my investment? So if I'm investing my time into arguing with someone, or responding to someone who's trying to like just hate on me or is being envious of me, what type of return is that going to be on my energy that I'm investing? Nothing. Do you know what I mean? Just probably just adding more fuel to the fire, which is just then going to distract me from what I want. So like, don't even acknowledge them things, man, for your own peace of mind as well. Like, you're better than that, man. Certain things don't deserve a response. So it's your choice to know what does and doesn't.
I feel like things are going to happen to you in life, innit? Bullshit's going to happen in life, but it's how you respond to it, innit? How you respond to it is what counts. So
literally,
100, man.
So even on the second point now, someone within the community elaborating on that point about is comparison the thief of all joy. This person said no, so he was in the 9%, and he said it depends on if you're using comparison in a positive way to motivate yourself or to do better. And there, I can't lie, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's a double-edged sword, because I know that sometimes I would compare myself to people that I want to aim to be on the same level as, innit? But what that does for me, that motivates me, innit? Like, that shows me that it's possible. Someone's done it. Like, success leaves clues, as I said. I just got to find a way. Like, what am I doing that they're not doing? Or what are they doing that I'm not doing? Do you get me? So I feel like, but it's a thin line, though. It's a thin line between motivating and throwing yourself off. You know what I mean?
I can't lie, this episode has actually opened up my eyes a little bit, because before we discussed this topic and really elaborated on it, I was always coming from a standpoint of, yes, comparison is a thief of joy, yes, but like you started to mention about it being a double-edged sword, I do definitely agree, because like you said, there's a thin line. If you're comparing yourself, as we said, to motivate, fair enough, do you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at someone and taking a sense of inspiration from them, like, like someone could look at me, Ty's doing X, Y, and Z, let me go and try and do X, Y, and Z, because he's inspiring me or giving his positive energy onto me. However, flip side now, you could look to someone and be like, this guy's doing all this stuff, bun him again, but let me project my own insecurities onto that person now, and it's not really, you're not going to get far with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. it's just a cycle, bro. Do you get me? It's just a cycle. You're gonna be in the same cycle of hating. You're gonna look back in 10 years and say, "Rah, I actually ain't done nothing."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, key takeaway: focus on yourself. But even elaborating on the points that the community, the audience made, was you should only compare to yourself. It's funny because all the comments that they're saying now, we literally just covered in it. But let's just go to show. You know what I mean? Like that's why you tap in with us. You know what I mean? You should only compare yourself to who you were the day before. And that's literally what you said. And even for me to elaborate on that now, it's so true. Like, I don't look to anyone. I look to, actually, no, that's a lie. I look to people to get inspired. That's one. Left that one there, yeah. But in terms of actually comparing, I look to myself. And that's what I feel like everyone should do. I look externally for inspiration, externally for motivation, because I'm not always going to be motivated and inspired on my own. But I look internally when it comes to really looking or comparing yourself. I compare myself today to the man who I was yesterday. How can I be better than the man I was yesterday? Literally, like, I post this on my Snapchat story all the time, and it's a picture, and it says, let me even just get up now. It says, so many people from your past know a version of you that no longer exists anymore. Growth is beautiful. And the reason why I post that is because it goes back onto the comparison point. I'm comparing myself who I was last week. I'm not even the same man I was last week. Me and you are not the same people that we were when we started this podcast. If we look at the first episode, with Tazzy, compared to now, bro, the elevation's crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm not that guy. So like, I'm comparing myself to that. Yes, I was here then, but how can I be here now? I'm only looking at myself, do you know what I mean? Because I'm the only person that really exists in my world. Not even to sound like selfish, but it's the truth.
You're the main character in your world.
Exactly.
I'm the main character in my world. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, that's a fact still.
Literally, man.
That's a fact. That's
and
a fact.
then
That's a fact.
The last point was because there's always going to be someone who's doing better than you, literally. So just to reiterate what we said, there's always going to be someone who's doing better than you. So why are you comparing anyway?
It's like what J. Cole says in this song. There's always going to be a car that's better than the one you got. There's always going to be some clothes that's better than the one you rock. Do you get me? So there's always going to be that next level to what you're doing, innit? So, but just be satisfied with what you have.
Innit, man?
That doesn't mean don't aim for more, but be content in what you have, but still be hungry for more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Always. Do you know what, Shout out my boy Mecca as well, because I know he's watching this, He said to me, or he posted a quote on his story last week, and it said, for the rest of your life, you should only be happy and dissatisfied. And I resonated with that so much, because that's just how I live my life. Like, I'm happy, I'm content, not even content, I'm happy with everything I've achieved, I'm a very happy person, like to spread positive vibes, but I'm never, ever, if any of you see me that I'm ever becoming satisfied, you can use this as proof to check me up, pull me up. I will never be satisfied, because satisfaction and comfort tie in with each other. They go hand in hand. And as satisfaction and comfort go hand in hand, growth is on the other side of the scale. Do you know what I mean? So for me to be comfortable, I'm no longer growing. For me to be satisfied with everything I've got and content, I'm no longer going to be growing or have that desire to want more. So I'm always going to be happy, but I'm never going to be satisfied.
I hear that. So you're saying for the rest of your life, you're never going to want to be satisfied?
No. Honestly, that's the type of person I am. I always want to grow. 1% better every day. It's not 1% better until next week, and then I'm going to be content for 5 years. It's 1% better every single day.
100%.
That's how I am.
Then I hear that quote. I hear the quote. I hear it fully. I live like that as well. But I'm trying to change that mindset, because if you're never satisfied in life, then what is the point in life? Do you understand what I mean? Like, if you're never satisfied, then what is the point? I get you still need to be you still need to go hard, like be hungry for your goals, innit? You still need to be, but if you're never satisfied, then what are you doing it for? Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, do you get what I mean?
The boy try to drown me out now.
No, but do you get what I mean?
I hear it,
man lives like that as well. Like, I'm never satisfied with what I have, but I don't feel like that's a good way to live, because like what's the point of me grinding? And if I'm never gonna be satisfied, then what's the point of me doing all this?
Yeah, but then
you know what I'm saying?
I hear that, but at the same time I disagree, because like, let's say with like my web design or this podcast or Trendset, for example, that's like me saying I have an end goal and when I get there I'm gonna stop.
No.
Then you're proving the point, because what I'm saying is is like, for you to get satisfied, you're gonna get to a certain level and then you're gonna not fall off, but you're gonna be content. So that's like saying I have a goal which is here to get 1K subscribers, and then once I've got 1K, I'm gonna be satisfied. I don't care if I've got 1K or 1 million subscribers, I still want more. I'm never gonna be satisfied.
I love that. I hear that. I hear that fully. I felt that one day. I felt that. I felt that. But when you get to that 1 milli, subscribers, which you are gonna get one day,
right.
you need to be satisfied for that moment. Clap yourself on the back, innit?
Yeah,
you do that, and then you aim for the 2 milli now. You aim for the 10 milli. But you have to be satisfied. Like, you have to be. Like, I feel like this grinders mentality, sometimes, like, it holds you back more than it helps you. Like, why would you not want to be satisfied with your life? So what, you're gonna die just unsatisfied? Do you know what I'm saying?
You got some good points. I don't know, like
don't get it twisted, because this is how man lives my life now. Like, I'll achieve mad goals. The things that I've achieved, it's nuts. And I'm still not satisfied, but I'm trying to change that mentality. Like, I need to be satisfied, because we spoke on it. Like, you need to appreciate what you have for the moment to get more.
But then again, I don't think me appreciating something is me being satisfied. Satisfaction in my eyes, my definition of satisfaction is being content and comfortable. So like, my point is like, yes, we're gonna be having this grinders mentality. Yes, we're always gonna be chasing the next goal. Doesn't mean to say that I'm not gonna appreciate or be grateful for the goals I've achieved now. It just means to say that I'm enjoying the process of me getting to the next goal. So I'm being not content. I'm being grateful for this goal I've just achieved. I'm trusting and enjoying the process, but the process is never ending. So I'm still showing like minuscule bits of gratification within each new thing that I achieve, but I'm never going to be content or satisfied, because then how am I going to grow? That's my standpoint.
No, I hear you still, and it's mad because I agree with you right now, so it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, because I agree with you. I agree with you, but I feel like you need to find a way to be satisfied, though. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, innit? Because this is how I am right now, but you need to be satisfied in life.
Do you though?
You do. Alright, cool. Imagine now, you're on your deathbed, 70 years from now, on your deathbed, it's your last day on earth, Are you gonna die dissatisfied? Are you gonna want to be on your deathbed dissatisfied? No, you're gonna want to be satisfied with what you've done in your life. And that's what I mean. But
I hear that, but then I feel like it's like a blessing in disguise, because someone who thinks, if me and you right now at our age, if we was to go into life thinking, I'm satisfied with what I've got now, tomorrow's not promised, touch wood, we could pass tomorrow. And then because we're coming from a mindset where we're saying, I'm satisfied now, when at that time does come where we do pass, we will be in our deathbed thinking, I wish I did A, B, and C. However, if we go into life now thinking that we're never going to be satisfied, which means we're always going to be progressing and achieving and doing new things, experiencing new things, when it does come to that time on our deathbed, we would have actually achieved so many things that we probably will feel more satisfied.
I hear that.
So I'm saying, so it's like you're doing the hardship now. It's like short-term pain for long-term gain.
I hear that fully, but I feel like people feel like satisfaction means you must stop. Just because you're satisfied doesn't mean you have to stop at what you're doing. You're satisfied. You clap yourself on your back and you keep going. I'm saying all this now because I don't even do this. I don't even do this. I even do this because I'm just like you. You get me? But though, man, I feel like, alright, bro, what's your biggest fear? Like when, like, end of your life, what's your biggest fear? I'll tell you mine quickly.
Go on.
My biggest fear is being on my deathbed and knowing I didn't empty myself out into this world. Like I see my life as like a rag or a flannel. It's drenched with water when I'm first born, innit? My goal in life is to squeeze this rag as much as I can, so when I die, the rag's dry. Understand what I mean?
What do you mean by that though? Like,
I need to empty myself into this world, innit? I need to put my all into everything that I'm doing, because my biggest fear is to be about to die, or even die and then know that I ain't giving myself to the world. You understand what I mean? That's my biggest fear.
That's strong, man. And that is quite scary.
That's scary, bro. Like imagine sitting down and saying, like, man could have done more. That's a problem that, bruv, that'll eat me, fam. I can't lie.
Nah, you're right.
What's yours though? If you've got one anyway.
Nah, I do. For me, I'd say my biggest fear is just not really fulfilling my purpose by the time that I pass. So like, pardon me, in previous episodes, I think it was the one with Tamia. So shout out to Tamia. I'm pretty sure we were speaking about success and like purpose and stuff like that. I feel like every person in life has a mission or a purpose. And I feel like, generally speaking, honestly, I feel like my mission or my purpose in life is to help people through creativity. Like I was literally talking about this to Hazaifa yesterday, saying that creativity is like the vehicle in which myself and him use to help people. So like, if I was on my deathbed and I wasn't able to be content or satisfied, as we're talking about now, with helping people, I feel like that's my biggest fear, because I wouldn't have done what I was brought here for to do.
Yeah, fully. My purpose kind of ties into that as well. I feel like mine is probably to motivate people, inspire people through my work, innit? Like, through what I'm doing, I want to inspire people. So let's say trendsetter, I'm going to make it one of the biggest brands in the UK. That's a fact. Yeah. But from that, I want other kids underneath me or other people, even adults above me, I want them to be able to start their brand because of what I've done. Do you understand what I mean? Like,
literally.
like that's one of my purposes.
Yeah, man. And even like tying into that, everything I do really is aligned with my purpose. Us being on this platform, people watching us right now, is aligning with my purpose, and I'm sure it is yours as well, because we're helping people. You just said aspiring people and motivating people. That's what you're doing right now. Some people, you don't know this, bro. Like last week, we had that person showing love from Australia. He's probably watching us right now, feeling inspired or motivated. Shout out, big up yourself.
On the other side of the world, you know, that's big.
Big up yourself.
But something Nipsey Hussle said is find your purpose or you're wasting air, innit? Find your purpose or you're wasting air, because I feel like as a man, you're meant to find your purpose, otherwise you're diddly-daddly from life, innit?
Can't lie. That quote there.
Find your purpose or you're wasting air.
I take it, dog. I can't lie. That one's strong.
Find your purpose or you're wasting air, and it's a fact, because it's like, if you don't have any purpose in life, as you said, we're doing things that align with our purpose right now. If you don't have any purpose, then you're not aligned to anything. Do you get me?
Exactly, and it all comes down to like even what you said earlier, about tunnel vision, like not looking at anyone else when you're in your race trying to get to that finish line. Because like if I know that my purpose is to help people, every single thing that I do, as soon as I wake up, the first thing I see to the last thing I see at the start and end of the day, is aligned towards that. Thank you. Targeted towards that end goal of helping people. So I'm here right now to help, to motivate, to inspire. And if even one of the people watching this is like, you know what, Ty, you know what, Tay, you really helped me do, or you inspire me to do ABC. I've done my job. Do you know what I mean? Or like with my web design, for example, I'm helping people, bringing them a website, helping them to grow their business through me, creativity. Do you know what I mean? Like bringing them an online platform, that's got animations and whatnot, because that's something that I resonate with, to help you.
100. I feel like having no purpose is running a race with no finish line. Like there's no finish line, there's no end goal.
Gems in
the
this.
Gems, you're not taking this in. But it's like you're running a race with no finish line. You're just running and running, but you've got no end goal. So that's what I mean. So find your purpose. Like pause this video right now. If you can, make sure you come back to the video after.
And like and rascal subscribe.
But take the time, even if it's 45 minutes, just figure out like, what is your purpose? What are you really trying to do? Like when you die, what do you want people to remember you for, innit? Like I feel like that's an important thing still. I think about it all the time.
Shit, bro. I love it, man. I love it.
I think about it all the time. Like when I do, we're speaking about death a lot, innit? And hopefully doesn't happen for now, innit? But I'm saying like, I think about it all the time. Like when I die, like I need people to remember me. I need people to say, all right, cool. Tavon helped me with X, Y, and Z. Tavon taught me this. Do you get me? So I feel like, think about that. Think about that still. Think about that.
Let me just take a second in it, because you know what? I'm gonna think about that.
Alright, cool. Let me give you a scenario.
Let
me give you a scenario.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's say now, Tyler passes away. 8 years from now, 100 years from now, whatever. Tyler's gone. Touch wood. Anyway, now you're in your coffin now. Day of your funeral. Your whole family's there. Mummy's front row. Brothers, sisters, front row. You're in your coffin now. You come outside your body. Metaphorically or whatever. You come outside your body and you look at your family there. What do you want your people at your funeral to say about you? Like what do you want them to say about you? And then I feel like once you figure that out, you know what your purpose is. You know what you need to chase every day. Do you understand what I mean? Because that's your end goal. Like what do you want your mum, when your mum goes up there and she says, all right, cool, my son was X, Y, and Z, or your son or your daughter or whoever, what do you want these people to say about you? You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man. So that's strong there, man. For me, damn. For me, I would want my family, let's say Mumsy, for example. Shout out Mumsy, man.
Shout out Mummy.
I would probably say I would want her to sit down or be on a stage or whatever and just say, you know what, Tyler helped people. Tyler shed light on people's strong points and helped them to be a better man today compared to who they were yesterday. Tyler gave them a sense of direction in life, and Tyler helped them to fulfill or acknowledge their purpose. That would make me happy.
Strong. So then now, bro, you've got the blueprint for your life. Everything for your life now, is targeted towards those things you say, innit? The things you just said, that's what you need to be focused on every single day. That's your end goal, innit? And then if at your funeral, whoever says that about you, then you've won. You've completed life, innit? Like you've clocked the game. Do you get what I mean?
I've really never thought about it like that, you
Bro,
know. That's
mad.
actually so true. You even got me sitting here like rah, like the rascal. You know what I mean? But it's so true, man. Like that's strong, man. And even tying into the thing about like, we were talking about before, like comfortability and stuff. And I was speaking about briefly on polarity. Yeah, like people understand. Yeah, like just taking it in a different trajectory for this episode. Yeah, comfortability is here. Yeah, comfort is here, bro. Growth is here. They sit on the complete opposite sides of the polarity scale. So just everything is polarity. You've got masculine energy sitting here, female here, opposites, yeah? Growth, comfort here. You cannot do both. So pick one and stick by it. Because if you're neutral, you're nothing. That's what I would say.
Stop sitting on the fence. Stop sitting on the fence.
You can't sit on the fence, man.
Getting drunk up in your back. You sitting on the fence, man. What's that all about? Pick your side, innit? Pick your side. Is it growth or is it comfort, bro? Like, come on, man. Pick your side. I'm tired of it, bro. Like, I even posted this on my story the other day, yeah? Like, there's no benefits in this world for going 10%, 20% on your goal, innit? Like, if you're going 20%, then leave the goal, innit? Clearly it's something that you're not passionate about. Go 100% into your goal, because the world's not benefiting from it. The world needs to see your talents, your gifts.
All or nothing.
All or nothing, bro. Do you get me? Like, that's if you're not, my mum says it to me all the time. If you're not going to put it all into it, don't do it. Do you get me? Just don't do it. If you're not going to put it all into it, forget it, bro. Because what's the point? You're wasting your time, other people's time. Like, come on, man. Get the whole thing, like, do you get me?
Yeah, nah, that's strong, man. That's actually so true, man. I can't lie. All or nothing, like, and where did I read this yesterday? No, it was on Snapchat. Austin. So shout out Austin Nicolo. Tap in with him if you don't already, yeah. And he put on a story, yeah. If you're not gonna do it consistently, don't do it at all. And it's actually so true when you deep it, because that's back on what you're saying now, yeah. Like, if you're really not doing something to be in the long run and make an impact or make a change, an actual change, why are you doing it? Like, there's no point being a 5 minute man. No one wants to. Even the Gallum don't want a 5 minute man. Do you know what I mean? So if you're gonna if you're gonna start something, yeah, see it through to the end. Like, imagine if we came onto here, done 2 episodes, like, oh, bro, like, because we haven't got 3K views in the first episode, I'm done. Like, what the hell would be what's the point? We would have just wasted time, money, energy, like all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So you either do it to be doing it in the long run, or you just pack up before you started and just don't commit.
Finish what you started, bro. You started, you finished that. Do you get me? Even if you're hit with mad hurdles, mad obstacles, see it through, bro. Yeah. See it through. Do you get me? Yeah. I feel like one of the distinguishing qualities of winners, yeah, is that they don't give up. Like, they just don't stop. They could be hit with a mad L, a mad loss, but the only difference that makes them successful is they don't give up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Nah, literally, man. Like, you can't give up. And that's something I've really realised as well. And I would like to, I'm saying this now, yeah, I would definitely like to do like an episode, me and you, again, just sitting here, obviously another day, where we just have like insight into the upbringing, in a sense, like what built you to have all these values you have now. Yeah, right. Oof. Exactly. But like, one reason I say that is because for those people who really do tap in, who really know me, I'm talking like, you've known me like 5, 6, 7 years plus, yeah, you will know, and you know, even though you haven't known me that long, I've told you, yeah, everyone has a drive, everyone has something, a burning like desire in them, and it's come from your childhood. Like, what is it? Is it pain, for example? Is it motivation, fear of loss, fear of heartbreak? Everyone has that one like pain point here that drives them to want to always be here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to give, like you said, I want to squeeze out 100% of my rag, because maybe, for example, this isn't me, I'm giving an example, maybe when I was younger, I wasn't able to show myself, I wasn't able to express myself. So now, as I've grown up now, I've developed into a person who's the opposite side of the polarity scale, trying to give 100% because I wasn't able to.
I like to clap that. That was proper still.
That's true,
that was proper, but like, I feel like you find yourself in your darkest moments, innit? You'll find yourself, you'll find that burning desire inside of you when you go through your darkest moments. You know what I mean? It could be a girl breaking up with you, it could be losing a family member, it could be anything, but you need to find the lessons in the losses, innit? Find the lessons in the losses. Yeah. And yeah, bruv. Nah. I feel like, I'm not even gonna touch on it now, because that's for the next episode. I'm not even gonna touch on it.
Alright, let's on that note, let's just wrap it up in it. So go on, bro.
Listen, thank you for tapping into the Energizer podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share to your friends, share to your people. We're dropping bare gems. Take them in. Don't only take them in, but use them as well. Like, apply them to your life.
Exactly. Just before we even go, like we're gonna leave with one Energizer anyway. So I'm gonna start off with mine, because you just gave me a point off of there. Yeah. One thing I've learned in life is that People say that knowledge is power, and it's cap. Knowledge is not power. So let me just say it again. People say knowledge is power, and it's cap, and I'll tell you why. Knowledge is only potential power if it is applied. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference between being knowledgeable and being intelligent. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Be someone who's intelligent or smart is someone who has all the knowledge up here. Someone who is really knowledgeable and has power through that knowledge is someone who applies that knowledge. We could be dropping 100 gems to you right now, but if they're only gonna sit here, you're just dumb. You might as well be dumb. You might as well be as what's the word, unintelligent as a person who hasn't even watched this episode, because you're not applying any of the gems we've given you. So one thing I would say is apply that knowledge in order for it to be power.
Strong. What I would say, just blatantly, just out there, fuck what people think, innit? Just fuck what people think. Mind your business. Like, what they think about you doesn't concern you, innit? Fuck what people think. If you're happy doing what you're doing, then do it. Understand what I mean? Because eventually the scale's gonna tip. They're gonna go from hating to want to be around you. Understand what I mean? They're gonna want to be around you. They're gonna want to try attach themselves to you when you're making it out the bucket. It's like the crab in the bucket mentality. When you're climbing out, people want to attach themselves to you. So yeah, fuck what people think. Do what makes you happy. Yeah, that's it. Boom.